Hello guys, this is Willard Franklin with the famous 4W Fishing Team. I'm going to make an introduction with this young lady over here, but the 4W Fishing Team is getting ready to go international. So we're going to need a little help on our translation. So I'm going to introduce her. This is, I call her grandmommy, but this is actually my mom. You from Monterey?
From Monterey.
Monterey,
Monterrey,
Mexico.
Monterrey.
Well, is that how you pronounce? That's why I need help. So I will be in Mexico speaking my Spanish, English, but in order for us to communicate effectively and fluently to a Spanish-speaking market, this young lady right here will be that person to help us with that. We were actually on another Spanish language TV, Pescando en los Cayos, Fishing the
Cayos,
Keys.
pescando en los Cayos,
Ay,
en
that-
Florida.
in
en
Florida,
Key West.
Key West, Florida. That's why we're hiring her to help us enunciate our Spanish language to our viewers. We're going to be over 20 million viewers in Mexico and 4 million or so in South U.S. that primarily speak Spanish. So, in order for us to do what we need to do, I'll let you tell them who you are and what we're going to do.
Okay. Yo soy Isabel y yo soy nacida en Monterrey y soy la mamá de Willard.
You my mom? they probably didn't know I was Mexican. See, I comprehended what she's saying.
Okay. Y yo soy la mamá de él y va a ir a pescar allá en México, en pescar pescados bajos allá y con Pedro
Source.
Source.
And we're going to go bass fishing at Sugar Lake in Mexico.
Sugar Lake, but es en pescados bajos, es
Right.
en español.
See, so we're going to try to catch bass over 10 pounds. So it's a pretty big deal.
Pescados más grandes de 10 libras.
So in order for me, I can handle the fishing part. She actually can fish as well. But we'll be teaming up with my mom, grandmommy, to help us effectively and efficiently and fluently communicate in Spanish. You speak pretty good Spanish, don't you?
Sí lo puedo hablar muy bien.
All right, so
Lo puedo entender también.
your Spanish is not like my Spanish, huh?
No.
All right. Well, you actually taught me. I remember when my first trip to Mexico as a Boy Scout, probably 9 or 10 years old. You taught me how to communicate in Spanish. I could never roll my R's. We had a lot of talking. It was back and forth. I was like, this is hard stuff. But I do remember learning how to ask for the restroom. Como te llama? You telling people your name, water. So the biggest thing for me going to Mexico as a Boy Scout, I need to know food, restroom, and to tell people what my name was. That was my first introduction to speak Spanish, actually in Mexico, 9 or 10 years ago, which was, for me, pretty close to 45, 46 years ago. So big deal. But we're going to need help speaking Spanish in Mexico. We're going to do some promotional work for South Padre. So we're going to cross over to Spanish language followers, and I'll need help with that. You think you could be able to help?
A ver si puedo.
All right.
A ver si no se me olvida el español.
So one of the things, and we'll probably work on this, but our saying is foot on the gas. You know how to translate that into Espanol? This is on the fly, so we'll see how real
Poner el pie en la gasolina.
we'll see how real Mexican she is. So foot on the gas, that's our slogan. So real important, the 4W Fishing Team really needs your support, like, shares, and follows for us to grow our brand. We work hard on promoting the outdoors with diversity, inclusion, and conservation. You don't get more diverse. You probably didn't know I was Mexican, so that probably, I wouldn't say shocked anybody, but as we get, it's Black History Month this month. It's March. This is when we're making the video. I featured my wife today. She owns the 4W Fishing Team. But it's real important with the brands that I represent, billion-dollar companies all the way down to local small business people that I support, that it's important that we showcase people of color out there in the community promoting what we do. I watch television all the time, and we're underrepresented. I'll say that, to be honest. We're underrepresented. I've been watching fishing, bass fishing since I was a kid, and I actually have an opportunity to be on international TV in Mexico, your home country where you're from. People in Monterrey, your brother, sister, cousin, going to see me, and I want them to see you
Okay.
backing me up. What do they know that we're coming to Mexico? Not yet.
Not yet.
They will. Just imagine them sitting at home, right? Your sister's still there, right?
Probably
They're
so.
here, and so they'll be sitting, cousins, relatives. They'll be sitting there. Wait a minute, what? Hey, right? So it's a big deal. So really important for us and our family, and going forward. The 4W Fishing Team brand is actually going international in March, and we're working hard on promoting the outdoors to our young people. And you'll see this nice young lady. And I'll tell you this kind of funny story. You know, when during the wintertime, I grew my beard out, and I got a phone call. Boy, you need to shave because you're making me look old. So we're not that old, you see. So she would tell me if I look like I'm 70, you know, what do you think people know me? She would tell me. So it's real important. Like I say, she's been my mom for 55 years, and I'm proud of that. When we go out in public, you know, when we go to restaurants, people only talk to us in Spanish. When I go with my wife, they talk to me in English. But if I go with you, 100% Espanol. So it's real important that we communicate effectively in the language that we're going to be doing in. And I think I hired the right person to help us accomplish that. So close it out in Spanish. Tell them anything you want, you know, in your native language, and see what they think about that. Well, how you proud of what? Did you imagine me as a little kid growing up that I would be on national television?
No, nunca me imaginé eso, y estoy muy contenta por todo lo que está haciendo y está siguiendo haciendo todo el tiempo, y I'm real proud of him.
Isn't that something? You know, growing up, we know my dad, you know, my tallest fishing. My brother, Big Joe, right here. Look at him. That's what we take care of. Her son, my brother, Big Joe. But I've been on already 3, and not bragging or saying anything, but from where we come from, what we went through, if you knew our story and our struggle for us to get to this point, we'll be crazy. That's my Harley Davidson clock going off. We're bikers, you know. Pictures right here, all of us. I got even Grandma. She's a biker with us as well. We've been on bike rides together. So we fish, bike ride. She gets on the Harley and roll with us. But it's important for us to try to make a difference in the world. We're going back to Sunnyside. We're working with HISD. We have a meeting with the Port of Houston. We promote Galveston, Texas. We promote saltwater fishing. We educate the young people, senior citizens, Houston Community College. We even had, you saw us in the Martin Luther King parade this year?
Yes.
Isn't that something? You know, and one of the things she said, well, I didn't see anything that says 4W Fishing Team on it. I need to fix that, huh? It said Bass Pro Shop, it said Mako, it said K-Bell.
K-Bell.
So, nothing. So who put them in the parade?
You?
I did. So just so you guys can see, the 4W Fishing Team put a multi-billion-dollar company, flew their flags in the longest running Martin Luther King parade in the United States. And not only just kind of goes to show you who we had, the 4W Fishing Team brand had on the boat. We had, you know, I had my Chevy front and center. I had my McLean trailer. I had my Mako 234 in the parade. We had the Texas Parks and Wildlife on that boat and in that pickup truck. 3 guys from Texas Parks and Wildlife. We had Scott Community Care. That's where we grew up, over there in Sunnyside. So we had Scott Community Care on the parade. And then we had Bass Pro Shop. We had Andy, the community events coordinator for Bass Pro Shop Katy, that I'm a part of. He was on the float, our boat float. And then we had Kate Bell Elementary School, where my wife, Wanda, has been a teacher there for 34 years. We had the basketball team and the cheerleaders on the boat, along with the school principal and the school's coach on the Martin Luther King parade. And so your son has appeared now on 3. How you say 3 in Spanish?
Tres. You know how to say tres.
I ain't she gonna get mad at me. So 3 television shows. We've been on the World of Saltwater Fishing, George Poveromo. We've been on a fish. Grandma was even on a fishing story, right? Yes. You had your own speaking. My mom, and I'm just so fortunate and grateful. I was able to put my mommy, on national TV. So the people, your friends over at church, they can see you on television now. That's wonderful. I'm really proud that I was able to do that. So able to see on like I said, World of Saltwater Fishing, a fishing story, Fishing the Keys. How do you say it in Espanol again?
I already told you.
Pescando en las Cayos. And then
Callos.
Cayo, see, she's gonna correct me, so make sure we get it correctly because I don't want to misspeak. And then we're heading to Mexico to fish with Pedro Slores on his television show to 20 million people in Mexico. And in Mexico, they still have air TV. Who remembers air television? I've been having cable for 20 something years. The compound is paid for. We actually own the house that we're sitting in now. So we've been having cable since I moved in. I don't think I had air TV but by me saying air television, that means everyone in Mexico have the ability to see what we're going to do.
That's good.
You know, it's on cable, it's on YouTube, you know, Instagram. He has a fishing magazine, but even if you just have regular television, antenna TV, I guess we call it here. Mm-hmm. So that opens the market for that many more people to see us. And that's why I really want to make sure when we're communicating, with me, that we have our official translator. You know, she looked like she's Mexican. 'Cause I remember growing up. Can she speak Spanish? Ask her. That's funny as heck. But we won't go into all our details of how and our struggles of being us growing up in Sunnyside on Airport Boulevard. Isn't that something? Mm-hmm. But now your son has been on 3 fishing shows, and we're going to our 4th big show in another country. What do you think about it?
That's
Big
good.
Joe, my dad, how proud you think
They
they
were
would
proud.
be, right? What do you think about that?
Muy felices.
All right, guys. All right, so we close out. I'm going to have her say it in